Hi, welcome. We're Facebook Live on Friday. I just want to thank you for joining us today. My name is Dawn Spiegelberg of Bodywise Bodywork, a business that helps you move freely and also elevates your spirit, believe it or not. I have an example of that in a client yesterday who, after conversations about how she was feeling, we did a little movement of her body and she felt completely aligned, and it was just after making some changes to her feet and opening up and moving the muscles of her feet, which is really incredible that she could feel so much better after having her feet worked on. I reposted the October 21st show where I talked about life purpose. Given the most recent events happening, it would do us all well to remember and know what our life purpose is. The most recent events include some of the things happening across the country. People are really afraid after the election. There have been lots of rioting. Interestingly enough, there's been looting as well. These are all illegal, aren't they? Rioting, looting, and property damage is not a good thing. So I don't recommend participating in that, and that fuels even more fear. I also read recently that someone was thought to be a Republican and was attacked and beaten. So apparently it's no longer a problem for you if you're walking down the streets and you happen to wear a burqa or the color of your skin is different. But if you happen to be wearing a Trump hat or you're thought to be a Republican and you feel unsafe on the streets, I will happily escort you to where you're going. On another note, I'd like to spout about my mother-in-law, who is a phenomenal cook. We were out of town last week. Thanks for being patient with me. And I was inspired to cook more and cook some awesome, great food. So thanks to my mother-in-law for that. I was also inspired by my mother, who is an amazing musician. And she's sparked even amazing musical talents in my children. So I'm excited about that as well. This week we're talking about life purpose, and I would just like to remind you that the statistics show that we change our jobs about 10 times before we're the age of 42, and even more alarming is the fact that we may even change careers 5 to 7 times before the same age, and that's a lot of change. That's a lot of searching. That's a lot of finding your place in the world. What's also even more upsetting is that the rates of depression are increasing. Depression affects 5% of the entire world's population. That is a lot of people. And in addition, stress is increasing. About 75% of Americans are experiencing stress, according to the American Psychological Association. So things are changing and people are even more uncertain. And even recently, regarding the presidency, people's feelings of uncertainty have been heightened. So how can we change that? How can you make a difference? How can you feel better about what's happening? And I recommend that you look at your life purpose and focus on your life purpose. Focusing on your life purpose and knowing what it is will provide you 5 benefits, and I have them outlined. I'm excited to share them with you. Number 1, it will save you a lot of headache and a lot of frustration moving forward. So not knowing your life purpose means people often tend to be wandering aimlessly and not knowing how they can move forward with productivity and good feelings. And number 2, it makes making your choices a whole lot easier. Thanks for joining me, Jeanette Williams. Excited to share with you about life purpose. And when you know what your life purpose is, moving forward with choosing a job, because you're going to make different job choices throughout your life, it makes it easier, moving you into a direction that's more compatible with who you are and what you believe in, what you stand for. Number 3, knowing your life purpose also increases your feelings of doing good and contribution. And studies show that a person is less likely to have addictions in their life, addictions to drug and alcohol and other items, when they are making a contribution in their society. They even did studies on rats. They got rats addicted to morphine and put them in cages, and the rats that were just in cages with minimal interaction maintain their addiction to morphine, and the rats that actually had a community, the rats that had an environment that was stimulating, they stopped being addicted to morphine. So the study supports the fact that we need community. We need community to help each other. We need community to feel that we're making contributions, and knowing your life purpose and knowing where you fit in the community is essential and vitally important. Number 4, knowing your life purpose allows other people to discover theirs. So when you know your place in the world, you're actually more free to help people find their life purpose. And it also decreases the negative emotions of jealousy and envy. So a lot of people may be your friends and see what you're doing and what you're like, and they may want to mimic you, or they may want to be like you. And that's awesome and cool to have people that we admire. But if you want to be exactly like someone else, that's actually not in support of you having your own life purpose. So when we have our life purpose, and when we talk with other people about their life purpose, and that theirs is singular to them, it really makes living a lot easier, and it helps us support and continue to build a community of people where they have a direct contribution that only they can make. Number 5, it is your divine right to know and understand your life purpose. And I really want you to get out there and make a difference in the world, especially now when there's so much fear and so much uncertainty happening. When you understand that you have a life purpose and that it's vital and important for you to fulfill it, so that our community and our country can continue to move forward, especially during trying times, I'd like to encourage you to do that. And in my October 21st recording, I talked about creating a list of your yeses and nos. My list is pretty extensive and really amazing. I would love for you to share your list with me. What was the most compelling yes that you had from your list, and your most compelling no? If you did not, if you don't know what I'm talking about with regarding to yeses and nos, and you didn't hear that, I reposted it today, or you can find it on the October 21st recording. For today, I would like you, in search of your life purpose, to pull aside 5 people and ask them to send you a short list of words that would describe you. And they can send them to you via text message, or they can send you an email. But collect some information from people that you know, like, and trust, and ask them for specific words to describe who you are, and then compile that list. And we'll talk about what you can do with that list next Friday. I'm excited to continue the life purpose discussion with you then. And I just want to share with you, while I was back east, I was in a conversation with a woman who will soon be turning 65, and asked her if she knew what her life purpose was. And after about 20 minutes of conversation about it, we were able to identify what her life purpose is. And my business, as you know, is bodywork, but I have some other gifts as well. So if you are interested in discovering what your life purpose is, just let me know. Send me a message in the comments below, and I'm happy to have a conversation with you. It would take probably about 20 minutes of discussion, and I'm very happy to help you discover what your life purpose and what your contribution is to society and to our country and to your local community. That's it for Facebook Live today. Thanks so much for joining me. That's Voice Jackson, my sister-in-law, Riddell Anna, Melissa Lapointe from Canada. Thanks for joining me. Please stay safe, feel safe, and if you need help with anything, feel free to contact me. If you need an escort across the street because you were a Trump supporter, give me a call. If you are a Hillary Clinton supporter and you are feeling disgruntled and like your belief system has been shaken, I've spoken with many Hillary supporters who are living in fear. You should not live in fear, and that fear is a message that you can learn something from. And if you need help understanding that message of fear, please contact me. I'm happy to talk with you about it. And in regard to your life purpose, please let me know if you'd like some help with that. We'll be discussing life purpose again next week. So until then, I want you to think wise with your head, feel wise with your heart, and move wise with your body. And you can do that with some fun and exciting music. Thanks.